2026 is coming soon and is bringing some long-awaited shows with it. Here is a list of all the shows I cannot wait to see this year. First one on the list is The Night of the Seven Kingdom, an HBO production from the realm of Games of Thrones. The action happens a century before Games of Thrones, where the Targaryen dynasty ruled the Iron Throne. The show follows Sir Duncan the Tall and his squire Egg. It's an adaptation of the Tales of Duncan and Egg novellas. I'm so excited for it because I honestly love every single show in the Games of Thrones universe. Well, every single show, there were two, but I love them both. And thus far, I've always relied on the screen to tell the story, but I think this time I'm actually going to read the book before the show gets released, and I would recommend you do the same. But if you do want to do that, we don't have a lot of time because the show is dropping on January 18th of 2026, so very, very soon. And while we're on the topic of Games of Thrones, the third season of House of Dragon is also supposed to drop this year. The filming started in late March and wrapped in October, and right now we don't have a confirmed date, but it is rumored that it's supposed to drop in early summer of 2026, very likely in June. I'm really happy that they are giving us a Night of the Seven Kingdoms to watch in the meantime, because honestly, a 2-year-long break between seasons is horrible. I don't know how Stranger Things fans did it. And another show I cannot wait for, maybe a little bit surprising, but it's actually the 5th season of The Witcher. Now, if you've watched some of my previous videos, you know I'm not very happy with The Witcher TV show, so you may be surprised that I'm waiting for it. But I actually cannot wait to see it end. And I know how it sounds, but it's not that bad. I just really want to see how they finish up the storyline, because I don't know if you know, but the show was originally planned for 7 seasons and then it was changed to 5. And as someone who read the books, I know that they left themselves a lot of the story for season 5. So I assume it's going to be very rushed, and I'll probably make a video after it dropped about how rushed it is and how horrible it is, so you can look out for that one. Other than that though, my favorite character from the books, which is Angoulême, hasn't made an appearance on the show yet, and I really hope to see her on screen. Or maybe not, maybe it's better if she's saved from the Netflix bullshit. Anyway, I'm really excited and curious to see how they ended and how they are going to butcher the storyline even further. So yeah, I can't wait for it. We don't have a confirmed date yet, but it's rumored to drop in the second half of 2026 since filming wrapped in September 2025. Another show I'm really excited for this year is From. It's a less known series, which is surprising because honestly it's one of my favorite shows ever and I watch a lot of TV shows. The series is set in a small town that traps anyone who enters. At night, the residents are haunted by creatures which look like humans but are actually something completely different. Throughout the show, the residents try to get out of the town while unveiling all of its secrets. I can't wait for the new season because the last one left us with a lot of questions. I don't want to spoil too much for you, so if you haven't watched it, what I'm going to say is probably not going to make any sense to you, but I really want to find out who the man in yellow is, how the children's storyline goes, and if they finally figure out a way to get out of there. With this one, we also don't have a confirmed date, but it's rumored to come out in the first half of 2026, so hopefully that's going to be soon because I cannot wait anymore. The last fantasy show I'm super excited for this year is Rings of Power Season 3. Now, I know opinions on that show are very divided and hardcore Tolkien fans aren't the biggest fans of the show, because I do understand, first of all, it doesn't feel like a typical Tolkien adaptation and the producers definitely strayed away from the source material a little bit, but I really enjoy this one actually. I think it's very visually pleasing. I think it's very high quality. I think it's interesting. But I'm just the type of person who enjoys adaptations as separate entities. So to me, this is a very good fantasy show, and I think it proves that in the big year of 2025, we can still make high quality fantasy shows, and I think The Witcher should learn a lesson from Rings of Power actually. Once again, we don't have a confirmed date here, but since filming wrapped in October of 2025, we can expect it to release in late 2026 or unfortunately early 2027, but I'm really rooting for it being 2026. And at the end, I would just like to mention one show that we are unfortunately not getting in 2026, and that show is the new Harry Potter series. Now, I saw a lot of pictures from like the set and the filming, and I really like how the characters look. I really like the costumes, and it does seem like we are getting some book scenes that weren't in the original Harry Potter movies. While preparing this video, I started looking up the dates, the release dates, because I was convinced it was going to come out in 2026, but unfortunately, it's either going to be in 2027 or even 2028, so that's so long. I think this show has great potential because HBO generally produces very strong fantasy shows, and I think this one will be very good as well. While we wait for those new shows, let me know what you're watching or what you would recommend, because I'm looking for inspiration, honestly. And also let me know what you think about the shows that I talked about today. Are you also excited, or is it just me? Let me know, and don't forget to subscribe.